everybody. Welcome to the Stationery Selection unboxing. This is March 2021's box, and I'm super excited to be unboxing it with you guys today. I hope that you liked the close-ups at the beginning of the video. I was trying to do something different to have a little bit more fun with my filming technique. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the items up close as they came out of the box. But let's just go ahead and take everything out and unbox and play with everything. I'm going to start with this. This looks super fun, and from the look of the back, there are lots of designs. This has a fun vintage newspaper ad sort of feel. They all sort of look like fun newspaper ads, don't they? These are going to be super fun. So those are so fun. I like those. Next we have the washi tape. So let's just bring everything in so you guys can see all the designs. There's quite a few on here. I think that's it. Ending with the panda. Oh, I love the look of this. All right. Next we've got these fun pouches, which I have read, and the kanji on the envelope actually says celebration or congratulations is what it translates to. So there's 3 in the pack, and these are fun to put small little tidbits in and include in your mail or in a birthday card or a celebration card. Next we have this fun platinum desk pen. We've gotten something like this in past kits, and I remembered loving the one that we got last time, and actually I still have it. It's actually still on my desk. I think this is a sailor though, and I did really enjoy using it, but I ran out of ink. So here is the platinum version. So it's got this protective cover here for the nib and the cap and a cartridge. So we're just going to open this up, and I'm going to put the cartridge ball side down into it, and you should know right away that you've pressed it in far enough and the ink is starting to flow. So we're going to leave that for a little bit and let it flow through, and then we'll test it a little bit later. But like I said, I really loved the sailor one that we had. It's just really convenient and easy to grab, but the pen ran out of ink and I didn't replace it. So next we have this glue stick from Kokuyu, and I really like this. I have gotten this in another kit and I used it all. It's completely gone. But the reason that I liked it is because it actually has a square, it's a square glue stick, and it stands straight up like this. And I loved that design feature. I thought that was very clever. But I was fooled time and time again. I mean, I used the glue stick until it was gone, but every single time I went to use it, I grabbed this side, and you're actually supposed to grab this side. So this is a different type of adhesive than I had in my previous one. My previous one wasn't a very strong adhesive, but I believe this one is the stronger adhesive. It says that there are a whole bunch of different types, which I knew, but this one is supposed to create less wrinkles when you're gluing things down, so I am very excited to try that out. The adhesive in the last one wasn't super strong, so I didn't love using it, but I loved that it has square edges because it makes it really easy to get in and cover areas like that without getting glue on your actual table, which I am notorious for. So not only is it a great product, but the presentation and the way it stands up like this is really great too. Next we have these scissors, which I was reading a little bit about, and this is a partnership between two different brands. And the creator of these scissors has actually been making home goods since the 1700s, which, wow, what a history there. But it actually won a bunch of good design awards as well. And I'm always in need of scissors. So these are the two collaborators, which I believe I recognize this brand as being very good with blades. Like they make really high-end knives. I think I'm just recognizing the little guy here, the character. But if it is the brand that I think it is, then I know these are going to cut really well. And they sound really smooth. They feel just like my Tools to Live By scissors, but obviously they're much smaller. I have both sizes in the Tools to Live By scissors, and I do frequently wish I had a smaller pair. This looks like it's going to be a great compromise, and it feels really great in my hand. The connection between the blades feels very smooth, like it's going to give a very nice cutting experience. And it's smaller, so it's going to be great for fussy cutting, which I do a lot of. So I'm very excited to give those a try. And the last thing in the box is this adorable pouch. I don't want to talk over the crinkle, but this pouch is actually a High Tide pouch, which is a great brand for pouches in general. I'm just going to lay it down so that the color doesn't get washed out. But this right here translates to bag for tools. And I really, really love that because, I mean, we got a lot of great tools this month. Mitz is very thoughtful with the things that she includes in her packages every month, but the fact that everything sort of goes so well together. I love the sort of vintage vibe all of this seems to have. We've got these really fun classic looking postage stamps down here with the washi tape, this very, very classic old pen, these great classic looking scissors, and then even the memos have that vintage feel to it, which I really appreciate. And if you look at together everything as whole, the colors really go amazing together. I'm really excited to have functional tools. I think that's one thing that I appreciate the most when I have a subscription service is getting things that are going to last me longer than the month. I love getting new stuff in every month. I'm like everybody else. I love having new things to play with. But the fact that these tools will remain in my office, on my desk, in use for longer than, ephemera or stickers would, I really appreciate that. And these are very thoughtful tools. Everything you need to create is here. And I think that's super, super special. So let's go ahead and get started in playing and testing everything so I can give my honest opinion with not the look of everything, but the actual practicality and the versatility of everything. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. I just want to start talking about this pen. The ink had not moved through, so off camera, I'm just going to flick it twice. And instantly the ink comes out. I'm just showing you how I'm just flicking it. I just flicked it a couple hard times, and the ink pushed its way through, and it started working beautifully. This is a very fine nib. It's not scratchy, it's very smooth. I love the way it writes. I cannot wait to continue writing with it. I was a little bit nervous with the nib. I do prefer a really fine nib, and there you go. I did it again. I grabbed the wrong end of it. I hope I'm not the only one that does that. Learn from me, but I did enjoy the writing experience of that pen. The ink was really lovely and it flowed very nice. I didn't notice any scratching, and I did run the glue over the ink to see if it would smear, and I didn't have any issues with that. But I wanted to see how the glue felt as well, and I wanted to test its wrinkle-free claim. But what I do first is just show you how well it can cover those corner edges while you're gluing. And I did notice right away, and I did test it with a bunch of tricky papers, how well it did sort of push any wrinkles out. And I actually go as far as to bring some tissue paper in and use it before it's really been crinkly. I mean, it's definitely not pristine, but you can see it's smoothed out really well. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take this a step further and I'm going to crinkle it on purpose. And I know that's probably not what the intention of it was for, but I took things super literally, and you can see that I'm trying to do my best to create a wrinkle and ended up tearing the tissue paper. I do it again, and I know the purpose of it is not to like take wrinkles out of paper, but I wanted to take it to the extreme, and I was very pleased with it. I do need to note right off the bat that this particular glue stick has a smell, a very intense smell. I was sort of taken aback by it when I first opened it. I'm going to open it up right now and see if I can smell it again to see if I can compare it to anything. It smells like straight up rubbing alcohol. So if you are very sensitive to smells, please note that this is a very intense smelling glue stick. I think I remembered the smell from the previous version of this that I used before, but I do not remember it being so intense. It had a smell, but as soon as I took that cap off, I was smacked in the face with the smell of rubbing alcohol. So I do want to note that if you are sensitive to smells, please use caution. I don't know if there's airing out that can be done with this particular product, but I just wanted everybody to be aware. But then I wanted to use those scissors and use the business card as like a washi sample, so I could test the sticky of the washi, and I found that it was very sticky. I used the piece that was stuck to my desk and had no issues peeling it up and then re-sticking it back down onto the business card. And then I used those scissors to cut the card because it's a little bit thicker. I wanted to see how well it handled cutting through the card, and it handled beautifully. And then I got a very, very thin piece of paper and tried to do some fussy cutting, just making random shapes, and it handled that beautifully. The blades are very sharp. It sort of forced its way through the thinner paper, so definitely be careful with that because the blades are super, super sharp. But as far as I can tell, I enjoyed using all of the products. The pen wrote beautifully. The scissors cut amazingly. I love that I can cut smaller things with them. The glue worked very well, but it did have a very strong smell. But yeah, I loved everything else. Like I said, I wanted to be purposeful with everything, so I made a washi card out of the business card to reuse it, to share and to promote the Stationery Selection because I love what they're doing. But I also wanted to be mindful about everything. And then I'm going to go as far as using the memo pad to write a little note to include in there as well, just so I could use that pen again, and so that you guys could see how the that memo pad held up to this fountain pen. It did beautifully. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to use the washi tape as an enclosure, like a sticker to close this little mini envelope that I'm going to shove inside with the washi tape sample. So that's it for me today. I will leave everything you need down below to find the Stationery Selection. I hope that you have enjoyed this thorough unboxing, and if you have any questions, please, as always, feel free to leave them down below. I am really impressed with this month's kit. I hope that you guys have enjoyed taking a look at it and would consider supporting Mitz and her shop. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.